Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. Hold on a second. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Do you know what I'm saying? One moment. Oh, there you are. Thought you were going to get off easy, didn't you? No. Absolutely not. Not on this night. Not on this night. Okay. All right. Facing a familiar situation with a different response. Also entitled, Oh No You Don't. Oh no you don't. No you do not. So, changing paradigms. Yeah. Healing some wounds. Making changes regarding not only our physical vessel, but also its inner workings, thoughts, feelings, habits, rituals. Okay, all right, I can dig it, I can dig it. Ooh. Oh, no, you don't. Facing a familiar situation with a different response. Okay. Well then, let's check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Shall we? Do let's. Here we go. Your dreams need a practical plan with the devil. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm reading from the book. Oh. Full moon in Taurus. While we're in a new moon in Taurus. That's on page 70. All right, let's do it. Doing it. God is doing a new thing. Your dreams need a practical plan. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps toward your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending both on your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Additional meanings? Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, then change that and own it. Number 2, chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Number 3, jealousy or envy creates negative energy and attracts negativity. And number 4, more exercise is called for. Okay. Building up strength. Because the devil is here to remind you of who you were. To remind you that, you know what, it's just so much easier if you just stay here. Don't fight, Lucy. It's so much better if you don't fight. Because the devil likes to keep us bound to what we've already seen and experienced. And because it actually happened, it's a whole lot easier to accept as truth. But not everything that we're actually viewing, because, you know, the devil's really good at illusions, not everything that we actually see with our eyes is the truth. There's work that needs to be done, because there is an energy here that's wanting to call you to stay where you are and miss out on an opportunity. A win-win outcome is forecast with justice enrooted. Take the practical steps. Wait, what did she call it? Not divinely ordered. Take the steps. Okay? Got the full moon in Libra, which is actually opposite of the new moon in Taurus right now. So that's, y'all just come on with the green and the pinks. The green and the pinks. Yes. All right. So you are taking responsibility for yourself and also for your environment, which is why this win-win outcome is forecast. You're looking at yourself and not only how you're thinking, but also how you're acting and how those two are in alignment with one another or not, and making changes as necessary. Be bold and make the first move with the Chariot, Page of Cups, and Magician. Yeah, why not? Just abracadabra something. See what happens. So, the Chariot, I can show you the world. With the Page of Cups, learning how to feel. And also the Magician understanding that you actually have all of the ingredients that you need to make this hair cake. You have what you need to be able to take that first step. Knight of Daggers, Four of Cups, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, Judgment. Okay, so when we're giving a writing assignment, the first thing that they tell us to do is to brainstorm. Now, once you've done the brainstorming, then you have to narrow things down, right? So if we're looking at just these two, the devil would be the brainstorm function. No idea is a bad idea, right? But the Knight of Daggers actually comes in and cuts out the ideas that are not going to fall in line with the practical plan. Just rough cuts. You just want to get it down to concepts and start narrowing things down, which means that you actually need a pretty short, broad sword. You're not making precision cuts, you're making rough cuts with that. 4 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is the hangover. There's something else here, and I know it. It's not just being unaware of the blessings that are coming in. Not with this being like the win-win forecast. This is, there's something else here. It's like being cloudy from having too much to drink. Kind of just feeling luxurious, spoiled for choice. That's a good one. Spoiled for choice with the 4 of Cups. Yeah. And then 10 of Cups is the happy life, happy family, long-term contentment. I got hoes. I got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Hoes. Yeah. This is not even realizing just how many options you have, and then just kind of being bored with them all. Like on the Emperor's New Groove with Cusco, and trot out the ladies. Yeah, it's kind of what's happening here. But because of that, and because you are spoiled for choice with this win-win outcome, once you land on one, you are going to be over the moon about it. Please make that plan. And being bold and making the first move with the 8 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and Judgment. You know, and it is becoming clear to you that what used to work for you ain't working for you anymore with the 5 of Cups. But even though you know that it's not working for you, you really want it to, because it was something that you were familiar with. Too familiar with, actually. It was starting to consume you and take you away from who you really are. And with the Judgment, there's a lot of busyness around it. So you've got to, which is why you're being called you're being called to step away from it. Single something out. Six of Daggers, 4 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Goodness, the Sun. Temperance. And 4 of Daggers. 5 and 2 10s are here. 2 4s here. Okay. All right. So now that you have an opportunity to gather your thoughts, you can come up with a solid plan. Solid. Because this devil Knight of Daggers business, now that the Knight of Daggers has cut away all of the ideas that are not going to work, you now have a solid concept, a solid theory to build from. Now you can really start putting the rubber to the road, you know? And then like with the win-win outcome is forecast with the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. I like how these two are in reverse of what they were yesterday. But anywho, you have protection from the elements. You've got satiety, and you also have abundance with the wands and a healthy dose of passion, right? With the 10 of Wands here, this talks about like your physical strength, because you have been called to take on the issues of other people for so long, and it's become commonplace. You're not even aware of just how much you are carrying. And you are also at the end of carrying other people's things. So, like, you know, the crowds only get bigger from here. With the Sun, Temperance, and the 4 of Daggers, you can rest assured that you are actually moving in the correct direction. Your world is opening up for you. And you can rest in that fact. It's well balanced, it's bright, and it's peaceful. Warden of Daggers, 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups. I promise you, 2 of Cups, 10 of Crystals, 3 of Wands. I apologize. Okay. So the Queen of Swords can come in and actually fine-tune the cuts that the Knight of Swords has started, further solidifying this plan that is, I mean, if you do the work, if you do the work, you will be victorious with the 6 of Wands, and you can celebrate again. See this things that don't fulfill you anymore? So you had to step away from it. You had to step away from it to build some stability so that you actually can enjoy these things. The reason you became spoiled for choice with the 4 of Cups was because this foundation wasn't solid that you were partying on. But now that you've actually stepped away and established your foundation, you can now relax and be social again. You know, but because you're being social with a purpose, purpose will find you. Like it said in the book, you know, if you focus on what you don't want, that's what you're going to get. But if you actually focus on what you do want, it's like training the mind. You focus on you do want, that's what comes in. And understanding the role that you play and why things have turned out the way you didn't want them to. Once you get a handle on that, emerge victorious from that, you are free to move about the cabin. And not only free to move about the cabin, I mean, hold on, let's talk about it. You get long-term happiness, strength that you get to carry for the rest of your days, and the 10 of crystals. That's long money too. These are all the promises, 3 of Wands, these are all the promises that Spirit had in store for you. And you keep doing this work, and you keep lining up, and you keep staying in lockstep with Spirit, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And Spirit is telling you that the time is now. Like, it's time for a paradigm shift. Super duper time. Goodness. Being faced with a similar situation, 3 of Cups, and doing something different. Coming in solid instead of all off kilter. Nine of Daggers, 2 of Wands, the Fool, 4 of Crystals. Is that all the 4s? Chancellor of Crystals. Child, I can't. And the Tower. Focus on what you do want instead of focusing on what you don't. You're not making a practical plan for the worst case scenario. You're making a practical plan for best case scenario. If you plan for worst case scenario is most assuredly what you're going to get. Why? Because you have trained your mind to focus on what could go wrong, and because you're focused on what could go wrong, you walk in that direction blindly, thinking that Spirit is going to come in and intercede. Well, they do. Spirit does come in and intercede, even when we make decisions that are against our best interests. But like here, you know, you're walking, it would be like walking in the wrong direction, bold like a motherfucker. All right. And then because this is the more difficult road, resources are less, opportunities to rejuvenate yourself are few and far in between, and so you wind up getting into this kind of hoarder dragon mentality, right? And with that dragon mentality, like you really convince yourself that the pursuit of money as opposed to purpose, also in this dream, the pursuit of money makes you stable. But if it's just the pursuit of money and not the alignment with Spirit and not walking in your purpose with Spirit, if it's just about chasing the dollar, ruin is imminent. It is so much more than just your net worth. It's really difficult to see through that when in a very practical sense, you really are watching your coins. You really are micromanaging your resources, right? Because this would be the goal. The King of Pentacles. You want to be big money grip. Knowing that big money grip had to act a certain way in order to get there. You know, and that for most of us, that does not align with our purpose. And the thing is, we can reach King of Crystals or Chancellor of Crystals level, all while staying in alignment. This, remember, is topped off with worst case scenario, staying up, doom scrolling, and then not doing anything towards the actual goal. So you've got two choices here of what you can do. You can either face this situation and expect best case scenario, or you can expect worst case scenario, wind up getting out of alignment. Spirit is going to spare your life because, we need you. But the road to I don't want to call it freedom. It is, though. The road to freedom is going to be markedly more get it out, Aditi. You can either expect best case scenario and have long-term, have the long-term happiness and long-term resources, or you can expect worst case scenario and go through all of this just to have it taken away. So, faced with the same issue, doing something a little different. All right, thank you for taking time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.